Joining us now is Moms for Liberty co-founder Tiffany Justice, who just joined the Heritage Action for America as its executive vice president. Congratulations on that. So just your response to Democrats jumping immediately at the opportunity to make this a political issue rather than waiting 24 hours to pay respects to those who were killed.
Yeah, first and foremost, I just want to say that, I'm personally praying. I know America's praying for these families. Can't imagine being a wife, losing your husband, your kids losing their dad, being pregnant. So just as a mom, what a horrible tragedy. America, gave President Trump a mandate. They don't want the woke, divisive policies, and that's what Mamdani brings. And I really think New Yorkers want better, safer streets, better schools for their kids, lift the charter school cap. And that's what I really hope some of the other candidates will start talking about, how to improve the lives of New Yorkers, because that's what the people want.
I feel like with Mamdani specifically, he's out of the country, big, fun, fancy, expensive party behind walls, guarded by men with guns in his home country. He's not here. He's tweeting. And if you look at those messages he's posted, they're nice. They're perfectly fine. If you divorce them from all of his footprint that he had put out, especially in 2020, you'd say, OK, that's an appropriate response. But then you juxtapose it with his repeatedly demonstrated hatred for law enforcement. And I think it's a little tough for a lot of people to swallow.
Yeah, Americans support the police. We back the blue. Heritage Action backs the blue. And we know that Americans want to be safe. New Yorkers want to get on the subway and feel safe. They want to be able to take their kids to school and not worry about violence on the street. So, he's a hypocrite. You've mentioned that. But ultimately, these are human issues we're dealing with. They're not Democrat issues. They're not Republican issues. My question to the Democrats is, what is it going to take for them to start voting differently? How bad does New York City have to get? Right? How many girls are transitioned into boys? How many elections are they going to have to lose in other places around the country before they realize that America doesn't want to watch New York fall into decline? We don't want to watch New Yorkers suffer, and I really hope they wake up.
And there's a lot of people frustrated with Democrats, including the guy who represents the state next door, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker. He was just caught losing his cool at his own party over Democrats pushing to pass police grants.
You gotta be kidding me. When will we stand and fight this president? Our president is eviscerating the Constitution of the United States of America. I see businesses taking late night talk show hosts off the air because they dare to insult a president. That is complicity with an authoritarian leader who is trashing our Constitution. It's time for Democrats to have a backbone. It's time for us to fight. It's time for us to draw lines.
So these are the issues Democrats, in his opinion, should be focused on. Stephen Colbert. Yeah, that's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, Cory Booker, he's a hypocrite because he was all for school choice, and then Betsy DeVos was up for nomination, and he didn't back her, and he had promised New Jersey parents that they were going to have education freedom. They still don't have that. So if you want to talk about hypocrites, again, the American people want to be able to direct their lives. Parents want to be in the driver's seat when it comes to their education, and so this guy, honestly, he doesn't represent parents well.
Well, he's a talker. He likes to talk and talk and talk in the Senate.
As well.
Raising his voice there to evince passion. I think he's trying to connect with a base that's angry because my suspicion is he wants to run for president unsuccessfully again. But he's talking about eviscerating the Constitution. And one of his examples is a private company ending a television show from a host who is losing that company $40 million a year. That's somehow a constitutional issue in his mind. How silly.
I don't know. Stephen Colbert used to be funny. I think the only reason he's not going to be on the air is because he's not making people laugh anymore.
He's not making money. That's for sure. He's losing so much money. So, Tiffany Justice, thanks for dropping by. We really appreciate your time.
Good to see you. Thank you for your perspective.